So when we think about what the American dream means, for a lot of people who are moving and immigrating to America, it's the idea of establishing new roots, adopting American culture, and creating a life that's better for their children. But for children who have either been born here or that they immigrated when they were really young, what does their American dream look like? For bicultural people, the American dream tends to be a hybrid of having an emotional connection to owning a home similar to their parents, or they might be the first people in their family to actually purchase a home. They may have been renting their entire life, so this is their kind of dream of owning a piece of the rock, as some people may say, but it's not as emotional since they fully identify as being American. So with that, of the identity of feeling American, they also have this financial investment aspect to it. So when you think about what does it mean for you to have the American dream, a lot of us who have lived here, our families have been here for generations, you grow up, you go to college, you buy a home, you get married. That's kind of like the expectation of getting older. So for bicultural people, they share that as well. So when you're maybe meeting someone who they have immigrant parents, but they grew up here, try not to assume that the idea of owning a home is kind of like this big, scary thing for them. They grew up with that as being an expectation, but also be mindful that it might be a little more emotional if they are the first people in their home to do it. So in terms of practical tips that you can take when you are meeting with someone who identifies as bicultural, ask about their family background. Ask if they have family members who have purchased a home before. This can help inform you of how much they know about the process and how it goes, so then you can kind of gauge how to interact with them. You don't want to give them kind of basic level information if they've been familiar with owning a home in the past, or if they've had family members do it. But if they are the first in their family, you will want to break things down a little bit more. So when we kind of want to go over the American dream once again for bicultural people, is that you really want to get to know what is their background, what is their familiarity with owning a home, and ask them what it means to them. Figure out if it's a strong emotional connection and you can kind of appeal to that more and be sensitive to that. Or if it's more of a financial investment and they prefer being more technical, then you want to do that. So just keep in mind that you always want to focus on the individual, where they're coming from, and find out what the American dream means to them.